Welcome back to the show. Number 2 seeded Grizzlies find themselves in a 3-1 hole. Game goes back to Memphis. After last night's game, LeBron said, the closeout game is always the hardest game of the series. Most tiring one, most brutal one. And we better be ready for it. I think we will be ready for it. Brew, are you positive this series is over?
I don't see the Grizzlies beating LeBron and the Lakers 3 straight.
Oh, no.
All right? I am not completely writing them off.
Oh.
Okay.
They'll win Game 5. I do. Here's a couple things I'm wondering about with the Lakers. We saw LeBron spent last night.
Yep.
Now, he came through. He willed himself through. But now playing every other day, I just wonder, and I don't know, you wonder, did that even have a little to do? I don't know that Anthony Davis was spent because he's not old, obviously, but he's not used to playing this type of schedule either. And so I don't know if that had anything to do with his struggles, but that is something to watch. I do think because of that Memphis game gets Game 5, unless they're just totally, out of it psychologically.
They should get it.
I don't think they are. I think they get Game 5, and then Game 6, Nick, again, off one-day rest, I think will be at least a good game.
Ooh.
I think the Lakers probably still win it, but it might be 7. I think they could go to Memphis and win
So
Game 7.
if it goes
but
7,
it
will be unprecedented for LeBron. So LeBron, in his career, we can show it to you, when he's been up 3-1. Of course, he's never lost a series when up 3-1. But he's also never gone to a Game 7. 12 times he's taken care of business in Game 5. 4 times he lost the closeout game in Game 5 and then took care of business in Game 6. I can't imagine blowing 3-1 lead. It'd be mortifying. It'd be your all-time great player. I just couldn't imagine it.
Well, the coach of the team that you picked to go to the finals, so be careful.
The coach of the team that I picked to go to the finals. Oh, Doc Rivers, that's a different story. He didn't have Joel Embiid in any of those 3-1 leads. He's done it 3 times, by the way. Doc's done it 3 times. Oh, he did it with Chris Paul. He did it with a few guys, actually. He was the coach of the Orlando team that Wilds was talking about earlier.
McGrady.
Here's the thing. Typically, the way this works, if the team that's down 3-1 is a good team, Memphis is the 2 seed, so they're a good team. They, at the very least, win the Game 5, and then see if we're going to have it, you know what I mean? And then see if they can steal the Game 6.
Right.
I don't know if Memphis is built for that. Memphis is who we thought they were for good and for bad. For good, they have a guy in Ja Morant that will, at any given, he tried to jump over LeBron James. That was his plan on that play that you showed him, Weird and Wonderful. Wildly reckless in almost a beautiful but also terrifying way. But they are also the most immature team in the league of teams that are actually trying to win.
Right.
And immature teams, I do not think, deal with losses like last night well. I think they would have had a better chance of winning Game 5 if the Lakers had blown them out last night. But I think the emotional toll of being up 7 in the 4th quarter, feeling like we're fine now. We're about to be a best of 3 with home court. Having a 2-point lead with seconds left. And then, you know how I also know I don't think they feel great about it? Because the most talkingest, chest-out group of guys in the league, they didn't run up any chimneys. They ducked all the smoke. They left. They didn't say, we're fine, we're going home, we're going to win that game, we're going to be right back here for Game 6. And so I agree with you. I thought last night LeBron was going to have a step on their throat game. He didn't have it in him. He ended up finding a way to will his team to a win, but it wasn't a, get on my back and ride, fellas, type of game from LeBron. So I don't think a day from now he's going to have that.
Right.
But I do think Anthony Davis will be better, and I don't think Memphis is going to handle the adversity well, Wilds. Do you?
No, I think they should have faced the media yesterday and said, you know what, they got us. The shot can go either way, but they got us. We're going to take care of business. We'll be back here. But the question I have for you, Brew, is this. If Memphis loses this series, I'll give you glass half full, glass half empty, where you want to be. Glass half full. We lost, but we were the 2 seed. We were great at home. Brandon Clark, we didn't have Brandon Clark. Ja was banged up.
Didn't have Steven Adams.
No Steven Adams.
Yeah, the injuries.
Glass half empty. Man, we ain't got it. We just don't have it. Where are you at?
Half full.
Half full.
Yep, absolutely. They're still young. This is a
they need
very
another
young
piece,
team.
bro.
They need
another-
to mature. And the pieces, they got two valuable pieces on the bench. And I think
Oh, you mean
in Adams
injured.
and
Oh, I'm
Clark.
sorry. I
Yeah,
didn't know
yeah.
you
So
were injured.
I think they easily look at this as, I mean, I'm not saying they won't improve
You
here or
don't
there,
think
get a
they
role
need
player
another
here or there.
scoring threat? I think they do.
Bain is
Bain's
improving.
awesome.
Bain is
No, I think Bain's awesome.
Yeah, Bain is.
But you can't just have two.
If Steven Adams were in this series, this
yeah.
is entirely different. Because Anthony Davis, I think, would struggle with that, not play as well. And he obviously
No, I
wasn't good
understand,
yesterday
but
against that size.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, Dylan Brooks, as you said, may be gone.
He's gonna
They'll
be gone.
replace him with a shooter. They don't shoot well. That was one of the reasons I didn't think they'd win the West, was because they're one of the bottom three-point shooting teams in the league. So they do need to add shooting, but they're young and they were injured, so they should be optimistic.
Can I tell you what? I don't think you can go from we got no problems in the West, we're good in the West, flying high, to being the incident with the Pacers team bus, then the incident with Shannon, then the incident at the strip club, then all of the Dylan Brooks nonsense, all the way to losing as a 2 to a 7, which is
But it's
rare.
a 7 with LeBron James and Anthony Davis.
I understand, but it was still they were the Vegas favorite. I'm not picking on you here.
Right.
You and a lot of people picked them. The Lakers went to overtime with Minnesota just to get in this game, right? We saw it in the play-in. Especially, here's what I'm saying. If they lose this, if they win Game 5 and win Game 6 and it's a Game 7, you lose LeBron, so be it. If they lose tomorrow, something significant
what do
happening.
you
They can't lose at home.
They
cannot
They're
lose at
too
home.
young to blow it up.
I'm not
They
saying
are
blow it
way
up.
too
I'm not
young
saying
to
blow
do
it up, but I think they need a